Hey there, my fellow smart apes. Welcome back to the Gorilla Gray Matter channel, where we unravel the mysteries of the mind. Today, we've got something extra special for you. 7 hidden signs that you're being manipulated. So, put on your detective hats and let's swing right into it. Sign 1. Mirroring Mime. You know that person who always seems to agree with you? At first, it's like finding a unicorn in a herd of donkeys, but soon it starts to feel like you're just talking to yourself. Statistically speaking, it's highly unlikely that you share an opinion on every single topic under the sun. In fact, a Harvard study has found that humans disagree on average about 20% of the time. So, when someone is perpetually nodding their head to everything you say, it's a good bet they're pulling the strings behind your back. What can you do about this? Well, the first thing is to introduce some differing opinions into the conversation and see how they react. A little disagreement never hurt anyone. If they seem uncomfortable or start to backpedal, it could be a sign. Secondly, try to observe their behavior with others. If they're a rainbow chameleon changing colors with every new person, chances are they're more mime than unicorn. Sign 2. Butter up buddy. These folks will lay on the compliments thicker than a Kardashian applies contour. It's all sweet and sugary until you realize that they're only complimenting you when you do something that benefits them. It's a bit like that aunt who always compliments your cooking, but only when you're making her favorite lasagna. Believe it or not, we are more likely to trust someone who compliments us, even if we know they have a vested interest. So, what can you do about these sneaky flatterers? Firstly, start paying attention to when the compliments come. Are they always attached to a favor or a particular action? If so, your butter up buddy may not be so buddy-buddy after all. Secondly, try deflecting their compliments and see how they react. If they start squirming like a worm on a hook, you've got a manipulator on your hands. Sign 3. Sudden sorrow sirens. Next up, we have the sudden sorrow sirens. Ever met those folks who have a knack for going from sunshine to rainstorm faster than you can say, "Where's my umbrella?" Their mood shifts so drastically it could give you whiplash. But the catch? These emotional roller coasters conveniently seem to appear when they want something. Just like a Hollywood actor who tears up right on cue, they're all about the drama when they need a favor. We are more likely to comply with requests when they are accompanied by emotional displays. Sounds manipulative, right? So, what's the antidote? First, don't react immediately to their emotional breakdown. Take a moment, breathe, and see if their tears are as fleeting as a summer rain. Second, address the issue head-on. Ask them if they're okay and express concern over their sudden mood swing. If they brush it off or quickly shift back to sunshine, you've got yourself a sudden sorrow siren. Sign 4. Mighty Martyrs. They're always playing the victim, constantly under attack from the universe. It's as if they're starring in their own Greek tragedy where they're the hero facing insurmountable odds. The thing is, they use this sob story to get you to do their bidding. Studies from the University of Kentucky show that we are more likely to help those we perceive as victims. But remember, life isn't a Greek tragedy and they aren't Hercules. To spot a mighty martyr, first, keep track of how often they're the victim. If it's more often than a horror movie's main character, you've got a problem. Secondly, try offering solutions instead of services. If they reject practical help and prefer you doing things for them, then they're likely playing you for the martyr. Before we delve into the last 3 hidden signs, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below saying, "I subscribed." I'll be sure to reply to your comment and decipher the reason behind your chosen profile picture. I'll give you a moment to do that. Ready? Great, let's continue. Sign 5. Fearful Foretellers. These folks love to predict chaos and catastrophe if you dare stray from their wisdom. It's like they've got a crystal ball that exclusively streams the Apocalypse channel, and you're always the star of the show. Now, here's where things get interesting. According to a YouGov poll, about 60% of us have admitted to altering our actions due to fear-infused forecasts. That's right. More than half of us get swayed by these doom and gloom merchants. But wait, there's more. A study from the National Academy of Sciences found that humans are more likely to remember negative events than positive ones, a concept known as negativity bias. Our fearful foretellers tap into this bias, knowing that their dark prophecies will stick in your mind like gum on a hot pavement. Sneaky, right? Also, let's not forget that fear is a primal instinct. These fearful foretellers tap into that ancient part of our brains, the amygdala, which is responsible for emotions, survival instincts, and memory. It's like they've got the cheat codes to our brain's fear response. So, how do we thwart these doom prophets? Firstly, question the roots of their predictions. If their crystal ball was any good, they'd probably be on Wall Street making a killing, not trying to manipulate you. Secondly, trust your gut. Remember, you're the captain of your own ship, not them. In the end, the fearful foretellers are just like those conspiracy theorists who predict the end of the world every other year. Lots of noise, but when the clock strikes midnight, you're still here, and life goes on. So keep your wits about you, folks, and don't let the fear-mongers get you down. You're stronger than you think. Sign 6. Guilt-giving gurus. These masters of manipulation have turned guilt-tripping into an art form. It's like they've gone to the school of grandma's guilt trips and graduated with honors, constantly spinning the "after everything I've done for you" record. Now, here's something you might not know. According to the New York Journal of Psychology, guilt is such a potent tool for manipulation because it plays on our intrinsic need to be the good guy. We're hardwired to avoid social rejection, and guilt is often perceived as a sign of wrongdoing that could lead to just that. It's like a social survival instinct. But hold on to your hats because there's more. The same study revealed that guilt triggers the brain's reward center, the nucleus accumbens. Sounds strange, right? But here's the catch. We're not getting a dopamine rush from the guilt itself, but from the action we take to alleviate it. So, when our guilt-giving gurus play their guilt cards right, they're indirectly tapping into our brain's reward system. Pretty sneaky, right? Now, dealing with these guilt-giving gurus requires some finesse. First up, set your boundaries like a pro tennis player lays down the baseline. Your guilt isn't an open invitation for manipulation. Secondly, get comfortable with saying no. It's short, it's sweet, and it's a total conversation stopper. And if you need some motivation to hold your ground, remember this fun fact. According to a study from the University of California, those who struggle with saying no are more likely to experience stress, burnout, and even depression. So, by standing up to the guilt-giving gurus, you're not just preserving your sanity, you're protecting your mental health. Now prepare yourselves for the last sign that's as deceptively charming as a fox in a hen house. I present to you the Overzealous Helpers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Helping is good, right? Well, usually yes, but these folks are always so eager to lend a hand that you'd think they were running for the Good Samaritan of the Year award. The key is, our overzealous helpers don't wait for an invitation. They're like a rogue party guest who shows up early, stays late, and tries to take over the barbecue. And, in the process, they subtly weave a narrative. Remember when I saved your presentation? Or, that time when I sorted out your love life, eh? Now for some brain food. A study conducted at the University of Illinois suggested that excessive, unsolicited help can chip away at your self-esteem. It's like someone always cutting your steak for you. Sure, it's nice at first, but then you start wondering if they think you can't handle a steak knife. And here's another twist. This study also found that those who constantly offer help may be doing it to boost their own self-esteem. It's like they're running their own private help Olympics, and they're going for gold. So how do we handle our overzealous helpers? First off, don't be afraid to say, thanks, but no thanks. It's like refusing an extra spoonful of mashed potatoes when you're already full. It's your plate, and you decide what goes on it. Secondly, be aware of the strings attached help. If you start hearing a lot of, "Remember when I helped you with," it's time to have a chat about boundaries. At the end of the day, it's your life, your decisions, and your victories. Accepting help is great, but never forget that you are fully capable of winning your own battles. So to all the overzealous helpers out there, we say, we appreciate your zeal, but let us take the wheel. You're the boss of your own life, folks. Keep that in mind and you'll be just fine. And there you have it, folks, your 8 key signs that you're dealing with a master manipulator. Remember, the journey of self-improvement isn't just about identifying the problem. It's about acknowledging it, rolling up your sleeves, and taking active steps towards change. If what we've talked about today struck a chord with you, why not do us a favor? Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't be shy about sharing. Every single like, every new subscriber, every share propels this message to more people. It helps us build a tribe that's more aware, more resilient, and dedicated to personal growth. Let's expand this community of mental warriors. Let's cultivate a culture of savvy self-defense, together.